Right. This meditation is going to help you with post-election disappointment and possibly despair. Despair is not going to get us where we need. So we're not going to change our feelings. We're just going to use that disappointment to let us access the parts of ourselves that are being called forth in this experience. Everything serves. So we're going to start off the meditation. Just go ahead and get comfortable. Just breathe in deep, inhale and exhale. And instead of asking you today what you want or what you need, I'm going to ask you, how are you feeling right now? Like, we're not doing spiritual bypass. Call up your feelings right now. I've heard a lot of fear and hopelessness. I've also heard the feelings of not being counted, not being considered, almost feeling disrespectful. So just call up those feelings now and just feel them. Four years ago, when I asked the other party supporters how they felt after that election, they verbatim said exactly the same thing. What about me? I'm not counted. The world's gonna go to hell in a handbasket. I mean, it was the same exact thing, the narrative. So if those stories and those programs can be exactly the same from whichever different side you're on, then that lets us know that we all have the same shared negative programs running, and that we all want and need the same thing. We want to be heard. We want to be counted. We want to be represented. Our values. We want our values and what we value to be important to our communities and honored by our government. So that's what we're going to shift to in this meditation. We're not going to erase or try to negate your emotions. We're going to use them. Those negative vibrations, those thoughts, those stories are showing us by their contrast what is needed. And the vibration of what is being called forth in this challenge is the who that you are needing to step into. If you feel powerless, it is time to step into your own power. That's not even the government's job. So let's step into it. So take whatever it is, your biggest thing that you feel like you need right now, call it up. And then we're going to breathe it in. We're going to be the vibrational match, the antidote to what we are needing. If we shift ourselves, the whole country shifts. When we see ourselves, when we count, when we step into our own power, and guess what? We're able to count everyone and find our power without taking someone else's power away. So breathe in Sometimes it's helpful for me to breathe in and through my feet to begin with, because it just helps me feel grounded. Take that quality, whether it's power, whether it's hope for the future, that feeling of being counted, being heard and seen, and breathe it in. Breathe it in on the inhale and just let go of any thoughts and beliefs and feelings that you're not. Just let it go. Just breathe it into the ground. That feeling and that emotion has shown us what is needed. So we don't really need it right now anymore. So call in the antidote. Breathe in your own personal power. Exhaling, letting go of any belief that someone can take it from you. Think how powerful love is. Love can change any story. So breathe in love if that's what you're needing right now. If you're feeling not loved, breathe in love. Breathe in hope. It's still a little crunchy. Go to all the little places you need. If it's unfair that you feel, breathe in fairness, justice. Call in the justice, the righteousness, whatever qualities you need. And exhale any injustice, any unfairness. Just let it go. Breathe it out through your feet. And now we're going to go to above. This is like we kind of accessed and got physically grounded. Now we're going to connect to our spiritual self. Breathing in through the crown chakra. Exhaling into your field as if you're blowing up a balloon. This is our connection to the larger part of who we are. So the larger part of who you are is powerful. So breathe in power. Fill up your field with power and strength and faith. Everything that you're needing right now. Dose after dose with every breath in. Feeling your field expand on the exhale. Imagine you have a giant bubble, a giant tank with this waterfall of light, this waterfall of love pouring into your field, giving you everything that you need. We're accessing the qualities that we already are, that we've forgotten in this current circumstance, that no one can take away. Just with every breath in, go to the next thing you need. If you don't feel like what you need matters, then breathe in the love, the attention, the caring that you need. Bring in the joy and the creativity and the enthusiasm that has been, you've not been able to access because of this disappointment. Your life mission is still waiting for you to step into it, regardless of who is in charge of our government. So stand in the truth of who you are. Feel the joy, feel the enthusiasm of your life. Now I'd like you to just feel the unification of everyone in this country. Everyone wants the same thing. Okay, there's maybe 1% of people that want something very particular, and it may be against you. The rest of that 49%, they said the same thing 4 years ago. They felt the same way 4 years ago. Their universe believes that the other universe is against theirs, and vice versa. We all have the same needs. The darkness tries to split us off, tries to separate. Light brings unification. Love brings unification. Let the light in. Feel the light, the love, the divine intelligence that's offered to us all. That knowing from the larger perspective. The part of us that knows how this is going to end. Our lower self has ideas and projections, but it doesn't know. It's just trying to stay safe. Just say thank you for sharing. Just breathe into the larger part of who you are that does know. Feel the light connect our families, unify our friends, the darkness that wants to separate and break us apart is dissolved in an instant when the light is turned on. So let the light in. Imagine that light shining over the whole world. A million points of light. Billions of points of light. Every soul's light. Every being every angel's light, standing for the truth that is love, that is independence, that is acceptance, that is togetherness. If the country, heaven forbid the whole world, could come together and stand for each other, let's use this challenge to remember the part of us that's being called forth. We have full access at all times. Send that light to the world. Send your light to the world. Feel it expand, connect with all the other light, unifying, bringing together. And this doesn't mean you surrender your position, your values, the things that you stand for. This just means that you, on purpose, stand up to be counted, stand up to make the difference. And this is a vibrational game. Be the vibration that is the solution. Don't buy in to the fear mongering, the separation. We can do so much more together than separate. Coming to the table with this correct vibration will allow the same vibration to be attracted, to come together. To really solve problems and not just claim power over. To stand for freedom and justice for all. And now coming back to present time, one of the mind gems that might help is cone your fingers and cross and touch on either side of your navel. It's a really good one to clear off rage and anger. And sometimes it's the rage and anger that's not even ours, that we're just processing for the collective. When you can clear the rage and the hate and the blame in your field, that's offered to the whole planet. And switch if you haven't. Just do both, just hold for a couple seconds. All right, now remember, it's okay to have some feelings, have all the feelings, grieve if you need to. Just know that we all, 99% of us, all want the same thing. Give that to yourself and give it to each other. Y'all have a great day.